And today we are hunting shiny Dedenne on Spotlight Hour on Pokemon GO. It has started around about 23 minutes ago, so we're just doing a second half of it as such. But we will also be hunting for Mimikyu after this event. And we may also do one or two raids. Hey Miss Blue, how are you? Thanks for joining. So yeah, Mimikyu is out and about, as we all know now. We are going to be hunting for it after this Spotlight Hour event. But of course, Dedenne is one of the shiny boosted Pokemon during this shockingly good time event. So it is boosted to 1 in 128 odds. So hopefully we can grab one or more shinies of this Spotlight Hour, because hopefully we're going to encounter at least 128. I know that's not always guaranteed a shiny, but hopefully the odds will be in our favour when we get close to that. Yeah, it is really good that Mimikyu is out and about now. Got a few more Dedennes that we just don't want to walk too far past. Let's just make sure we get that stop as well. So yeah, we'll also keep an eye out for raids as well. I know those joining us from seeing my TikTok live stream before, they wanted to do some Regidragos over on TikTok, so I did end up hosting a Regidrago on TikTok earlier. So I'll do exactly the same on YouTube if we can find one. So I think we're going to mix things up a bit. I think we'll go up this way today. A little bit of a change. So research tasks, what have we got? Oh, we have completed the step 60 on that one. We're going to encounter our second Mimikyu from a pass soon. We'll do that in a bit. Dedenne is a very, very cool shiny as well. So I'm hoping I can find one on the live. But it sometimes does struggle to stay in the ball first time round, especially if you are using Pokeballs. High CPs, over 1000 CP, do tend to struggle to stay in. So let's see what we've got on the rocket balloon. Maybe a ghost one? No, psychics. So we'll go with that team. Rolts, that's not a bad one. Wouldn't mind a shiny Shadow Rolts, that's for certain. Evolved form of Solosis is next. And then in finishing off with a final form of Solosis. Loving my little avatar pose there. The community ambassador pose. Rolts, 175 CP. So we have picked up a rocket radar, which is good. It means we can try and track down one of the leaders while we're out and about as well. Let's just catch up with these Dedennes. Huge Dedenne there. That'd have been a nice one for get a shiny off. $24 CP, level 1 Dedenne. Or level 2 maybe. $13.36, that is a very high Dedenne there. $14.27. These aren't even weather boosted as well, which is ridiculous. Must have just hatched an egg. Let's see what we've hatched. We hatched a Litten, should I say? A Litten? A Litten. Litten it is. 2 kilometre egg goes back in. Let's clear out some storage. Extra large, that was that Dedenne. Might as well get rid of that. We can't evolve it. Come on, Dedenne. Mimikyu. Mimikyu is here. Might as well catch him as well. Amongst all the Dedenne. And Mimikyu appears. I have been trying to use pineapples on as many Mimikyus as I can. As you can see, we're nearly on 2,000 Mimikyu candy now, which is insane for something that's just been released. So we'll just catch up with all the spawns around here. There's quite a few bits around here, mostly Dedennes, but we have got a Chinchou as well. So I'm mainly just going to try and throw one Pokeball at them. If you don't stay in, that's up to them. I'm not going to sit around waiting to try and catch each and every one. Mainly just shiny checking and trying to quick catch. But if you don't stay in, I'll just carry on. Else you could be stood in the same spot for a good 5 minutes or so. Get rid of some of these raspberries as well, just to make it a little bit easier to catch. Mareep. Dedenne. Huge Dedenne. A lowland Raichu raid. Don't think we'll be doing that today. Another Mimikyu. It's actually quite a nice day here in the UK. It's just very, very windy, annoyingly. Even the driest days have something going wrong for them. The wind is absolutely terrible. There is our free raid pass off today. We'll just spin that to get a few more items. Another excellent throw. It's not bad doing an excellent throw on Dedenne. It's just whether it stays in the ball afterwards, that's the annoying thing. So of course this event has seen the return of spotlight hours. We've had one each evening. And this is a penultimate one, the one before the last. We have Joltik Spotlight Hour tomorrow evening before the event finishes at 8 PM local time. Joltik Spotlight Hour will be between 6 PM and 7 PM. Well, of course, I don't think Joltik is one of the shiny boosted Pokemon during this event, so it would be full odds for Joltik, unlike Dedenne tonight, which is around 1 in 128 odds for Dedenne. Joltik would be full odds at 1 in 512. Excellent throw again on Dedenne. Great throw again. Really need to feed our buddy as well to make sure our buddy's out. Let's do that now. So let's see what raids we've got. We have got a Regidrago raid, but in 45 minutes. Hey Surui, how are you? I'm guessing Jonathan isn't about this evening. Seems to be very quiet. Thought I'd give you some company. Yeah, it does seem a little bit quiet today on the live stream. I don't know why. Perhaps a few people are busy on Easter Sunday. The live stream that we did on TikTok before really was quite big, to be fair. Got some really good amounts of people in on that. Maybe playing Legends Dedenne, probably. Maybe so. Huge Dedenne. Oh shoot, I remember your channel like 3 days ago. Thanks so much for dropping in, Paul. I remember you joining about 3 days ago, to be fair. Yeah, I appreciate that. Huge Dedenne, come on, stay in the ball. It's just such high CPs, he just don't stay in the ball. Imagine if he's a weather boosted, he'd be rock hard to catch. Finally got the Elite Four on Fire Red, that is awesome. Can you remember that trick, which was like you could do a Professor Oak battle if you beat the Elite Four 100 times? Do you remember that sort of rumour that went round? I know it's all fake like, but there was always that rumour growing up that if you beat the Elite Four 100 times then you could go against Professor Oak. But yeah, it's a load of rubbish. There is actually a Professor Oak battle on those games, but that's not how you encounter it. Yeah, you can actually battle Professor Oak, and it is the hardest battle on the game, but it's just not how you go about doing it. So yeah, once you've done the Elite Four, you'll have to have a look to see if you can do the Professor Oak. Yeah, exactly. So we had 3 different teams by all accounts, and the first 2 Pokemon in each one of his team were the same, but the last one was a variant of Blastoise, Charizard or Venusaur. Bit like Giovanni in Pokemon GO, to be fair. Tends to be the same first Pokemon, and then the last two are just random. Ovi cut him off, did he, on that one? That's annoying. That would have been a really, really cool one. Because on the old school games, you had to... It was something about, like, catching a Ditto. It was something to do with a Ditto. A lot of people thought you had to do the Elite Four 100 times, but it was actually nothing to do with that. You had to actually catch a Ditto and then go to a specific place on the map, and then he'd come to you, like. It's a bit weird. You'd have to Google it. Don't know the full ins and outs, but I've seen a video on it and then just can't remember the full details. But yeah, definitely worth a Google to see if you can do it on that. Oh, you can't fight him on those ones. Right, that's annoying. It's a shame they've cut that off because it was in the Game Boy originals. Still no shiny Dedenne. This is shiny boosted, you know. You'd be surprised to see. Just wait for that to go past. Yeah, you'd be surprised to not see a shiny really during this spotlight hour, especially if you're out and about. The odds are supposed to be 1 in 128, but doesn't look like the odds are going to be in our favour today. But then again, we have still got 14 minutes left, sort of writing it off, even though we've only been doing 20 minutes of it. Pokemon Blue, Red, Gold and Silver was meant to be all the same game, but game limits back then. Yeah. There was loads of different things like that, wasn't there, back in the day. You know, the truths on the original games that only came out way after they first got released. Well, I always do enjoy doing a bit of a deep dive in the history of the game, in the franchise as a whole. Get some pretty cool facts. So Switch 2 version, you can get Deoxys Lugia Ho-Oh, can you? Oh wow, that is awesome. Okay, that's interesting. That is very interesting, that is pretty cool to be fair. Only after beating the Elite Four. Right, okay. So hopefully you'll be able to get them soon, man, being that you're at that stage. Come on, Dedenne. Shine, Dedenne, shine. Over your leaf. Ah, right, okay. Is that Fire and Red and stuff only available on the Switch 2, or is it available on Switch as well? Is it just in the Nintendo store in general on both? Or is it just a Switch 2 thing? I'm generally intrigued to play it. I'm going to stick my daily on now. We're going to have 10 minutes this and then 20 minutes afterwards, I think. Yeah, please chat, mate. I'm generally intrigued. I've only got a Switch 1, but it is like the OLED one. Hey, shiny Dedenne off the incense. It's a good job we put that on. Let's go, shiny Dedenne. It's on the Switch one as well. Awesome. Shiny! It's a 0-star, it's terrible. It has 15 attack. Oh, sorry, 15 defense. Terrible attack. Even worse HP. Same with Legend ZA, right, okay. I think Legend ZA is the last game that we're doing on both, isn't it? Because isn't Pokopia only on Switch 2? Not that I'm going to play Pokopia like, but... Right, okay, yeah. After that, it's like so like Gen 10, the new game, where is it? Winds and Wave, is it? Winds and Waves? That's going to be on Switch 2 exclusive, in it. Which is probably when you'll see like the next... No, I won't blame that Pokopia. Yeah, so that's probably the first game that you'll see the full extent of a Switch 2 capabilities, because you can actually design a game knowing that that's the only console it's going on. Whereas obviously with Legend ZA, you had to design it and then sort of downgrade it a bit to make it playable on the Switch 1 as well as the Switch 2. So yes, you might see a few graphic improvements on the Switch 2. It's a bit like when we used to have PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5 games, you know. Yes, you can see some graphic improvements, but you don't see any like proper performance, storyline, enhanced graphics or anything like that. You see some like slight improvements. So yeah, it'll be really good to see what the Pokemon Winds and Waves are and what we can get out of the Switch 2. Be very interesting. Because of course, again, we've got to probably make it a lot more eye-catching, because not only have fans got to go out and buy a new game, they've got to go out and buy a new console if you want to play it. So it will be probably one of the biggest games for the Switch 2 sales, in all fairness. Yeah, I've seen quite a few images of that Slugma regional popping up. I have seen a few images of that Slugma. It's got like a bit like a cloud above his head, hasn't it? Shiny! Second shiny! 279! And I was worried about getting one. I've now got two. There we go. Just quickly catch that. Yeah, it does look like a water ice type or something like that. Oh, flying type. Yeah, it might be a flying. Be a weird flying type though, wouldn't it? But again, the regionals are a bit weird like that. I wonder if it will have a brand new evolution or whether it will just have a normal evolution. So a bit like Farfetch, for example. Will it have a brand new evolution attached to it, like Surfetched? Or will it just stay as Slugma? You know, there's a few regionals, like Meowth, for example. You've got Meowth, you've got Alolan Meowth, and then you've got the Galarian Meowth, and then you've also got Persica. So will it have a brand new evolution, or will it just be the same evolution, Marcargo, or will it not evolve at all? Interesting times. I love how we always just drip feed us these things. You know, we just give us enough information or enough clips. You know, it's definitely planted on purpose. These things appearing online, it's definitely planted on purpose to get people speaking about a game and everything. It's definitely, because it happens all the time. It's definitely like planted information to just get gossip going, keep the fan base alive and all that stuff. Hey Mark, how are you? Thanks so much for joining. Seat Taurus, whatever spell it, going to be an in-person shiny, right? Okay. That'll be cool. Is that the Taurus that's like 3 different forms, you mean? Or do you mean a normal Kanto Taurus? Pikachu. Yeah, that green one is awesome. The normal Kanto one is amazing. It is a lovely shiny. The shiny of the Paldean Taurus just doesn't really change that much, does it? It's very hard to distinguish the shinies between the normal. Whereas, of course, that Taurus is just that lovely green colour. There's probably more green shinies in the franchise than there is any other colour, I'd say. Seems to be quite a common shiny colour. Yeah, so it's all a little bit up in the air at the moment with the Go Fest. All we know of is that there's Mewtwo, Mega Mewtwo being released. Of course, both X and Y versions. Rumours are Armoured Mewtwo might be making an appearance again, which sort of, if true, sort of brings into fruition whether a clone Pokemon might be coming back. It is the 10th anniversary, so I don't know, maybe. So yeah, nothing major's yet been confirmed, except for Mewtwo, and that hasn't been properly confirmed, it's just been data mined. So yeah, they're definitely keeping the cards close to the chest with this Go Fest, but what do you expect? It's the 10-year anniversary, it's probably going to be the biggest Go Fest in the history, for that reason. So yeah, what do you expect? We must be edging towards 50 million now on the Stardust. Not far off. Another 400,000. $6.59, so Spotlight Hour will be finishing any time now. One more one. Probably the last one will be the one on the incense, so we'll check one of these. Ended up missing that one on the incense. There we go. Spotlight Hour is finished. Let's see if we manage to get any good ones there. So for those who didn't join me on TikTok earlier before, I've actually caught a Hundo Mimikyu today, which is insane. It was a Hundo I wanted from this event after it being released. Hundo Mimikyu. Let's go. Caught him a while with an Ultra Ball. I've been catching all Mimikyus with an Ultra Ball because they've just been really high CP. But let's go. Very, very cool. Right, so we're going to do a bit of a Mimikyu event. And there's a Mimikyu right there, which is perfect timing. So now the Spotlight Hour is finished, we're going to do a bit of a Mimikyu event. We're also going to try and find a raid to do. So maybe a Regidrago raid. But yeah, we're also going to just take this gym as well. Looks like it's been blue for a while. So we'll take this gym while we're here. Looks like the general theme this year is all costumes, which is good because I missed the ones yesterday, which was brutal. 40 raids, only one shiny. Only one hard, so I can catch up. Yeah, so it's really annoying when you do go hard at an event like that one yesterday. It's really annoying when it doesn't drop for you. It's even more annoying because you've actually put the effort in and yet still not got anything. So that is when it gets really, really annoying. But yeah, the shiny rates in general yesterday were absolutely terrible. Absolutely terrible. I haven't seen a single person online yet who actually ended up doing less or getting shinies within the 1 in 10 shiny odds rate. Most people were sort of like, for example, for me, I got one shiny in around about 17, 18 raids, I think. But yeah, it was supposed to be 1 in 10, and it just definitely didn't seem to be 1 in 10. We got this shiny Absol yesterday, and that was our only shiny. But yeah, it just definitely didn't seem to be 1 in 10. No way. Did do 100. Right, so that's probably like the person who's probably been most within the odds, to be fair. That was crazy. So yeah, most other people I've seen online, they've done like, I saw somebody who did like 73 raids and only got one shiny, which is that's just harsh, that is just terrible. It's just really, really rough, that is. That is ridiculous. 12 raids and got 6 shinies. Wow. Hey Noah, how are you? Got more shinies from the electric raids than from the electric event and raid ones. Yeah, I did, to be fair. I got two, was it 2 shiny Dedennes during the live stream yesterday. Can you invite me to a raid? Yeah, of course I will do, Noah. What are you wanting more than anything? Are you wanting Regidrago? I'm going to try and find a Regidrago for people. So what's the raids that you're doing? So I'm going to have a look on nearby. We have got a Regidrago raid being, or hatching at 58 minutes past 7. So that's in nearly another hour's time. But we probably won't be out for that. But we are going to be heading down to more gyms. So hopefully we can find some raids in that direction. We might check Campfire as well in just a second to see what is appearing in that direction, so we know what we're walking towards. So yeah, just bear with me on that. Bar brooch off for daily. So yeah, we'll see what the next daily spawn is. If it's rubbish, we'll just cross over to Campfire and see what the raids are on the nearby. Pour me. So yeah, let's head over to Campfire. Yeah, that's absolutely fine. We'll see what's on the nearby. I think you need to get your Switch out so we can play Legends today. I will get online for that. Yeah, awesome. We'll have to sort something. Right, so what we've got raid-wise, we've got a Raichu, which is a little bit of a weird one. We have got a Mega Raid, but that doesn't start until 8:04. What other raids have we got? So we've got an Azumarill. Most of these other ones haven't yet hatched. Let's see what time these ones hatch at. 8 o'clock, 7:20, that's a level 1. What other ones have we got? 7:55. So they all seem to be quite late raids, unfortunately, other than that Raichu, which is already ongoing. Yeah, so no raids until around about 8 o'clock time, unfortunately, around here. But yeah, probably Noah, to be honest, one of your best bets would probably be if you are wanting something new. And of course, yeah, well, you might only have so many remote raid passes, have you, Noah? How many remote raid passes have you got, Noah? Because obviously you don't want to waste too many of your coins. Yeah, so you've got 2. So my advice, Noah, would be is to save those 2 remote raid passes. I know sometimes it's difficult when you really want to raid, but save those 2 remote raid passes and save them for Wednesday. Because on Wednesday, I'll be live on Wednesday, or maybe on Thursday even. But after Wednesday onwards, we'll have Kyogre in raids, which is absolutely amazing. It's the best water type in the game. And you can definitely join me with some raids of Kyogre. So if we have a look at Kyogre, so that is a primal Kyogre, and then we've got normal shiny Kyogre there. I'm waiting for when you do the water type legendary and Groudon. Yeah, definitely do that, mate. I'll be doing them on Wednesday. So I'll be doing raid hour in my area on Wednesday, Noah. So what I can do is, I was in your TikTok earlier. Oh, thanks for coming on to YouTube, Noah. Much appreciated. So yeah, what I can do, Noah, is just remind me of your in-game name. Did I already mark you down for Kyogre? Was you one of the ones I marked down on TikTok? Was that one of them you? Because to be honest, when I've got, when I'm doing a raid hour, Squirtle, right, okay, awesome, Noah. So what I'll do is on a raid hour, Wednesday evening, are you in the UK, Noah? Are you in the same time zone as me? Yeah, brilliant. So what I'll do is, Noah, if you make sure you're logged in on the game and ready at 6 PM on Wednesday evening, because I'll be doing Kyogre Raid Hour in my local community. I'll be hosting that in my local community. So make sure you join us. I'll send you an invite on Wednesday at 6 PM. Join those raids that I'm doing, however many you can do, and you'll get some really, really good ones, because we've already got a community big enough that we'll be able to take them down anyway. So you might as well join in and get your hands on a decent legendary. So yeah, Wednesday evening, Noah, 6 PM. If you want to, set a reminder on your phone or something, or set an alarm on your phone or something. 6 PM on Wednesday evening, I will send you invites to Kyogre, mate. Okay? I can't say fairer than that. So yeah, make sure you sort of turn on a notification or something on your phone. Yeah, I'll have a community of people, so we'll have probably around about 10 people already on doing those raids on Wednesday. So you're more than happy to jump in. 10 remote passes a day. Yeah, you can do 10 remotes a day. How many events of the Legendary Water Type will there be on Wednesday? So on Wednesday, there is an hour, 6 PM till 7 PM, where it's spawning on every gym. But Kyogre in general will be spawning throughout the next week. So starting on Wednesday morning until the following Wednesday, Kyogre will be spawning on Legendary raids. So every single time you see a purple egg, so like that one there, in the top left-hand corner, from Wednesday onwards, that will be Kyogre until a week on Wednesday, of which then it will change to Groudon. So yeah, if you want to do a couple of raids, and again, I'll probably be live on TikTok or on YouTube later in the week. And again, if you've got another remote raid pass after the raid hour on Wednesday, you're more than happy to join me with one of those later on in the week. But we'll definitely get you some Kyogres throughout this week. Noah, don't worry too much about that. We'll get you sorted, mate. Like I say, it is a really, really good water type. The best in the game. So definitely worth getting your hands on a couple. And of course, if you can get a shiny one, it is a very, very cool shiny. It's that lovely pink colour. Don't know if you saw it before, but yeah, it is an amazing shiny. And just look when it primal evolves as well. We'll do this for you live on the stream. We'll just primal evolve this one. It is an amazing primal. Look at that. Goes all black colour, a bit like the Black Rayquaza when that's shiny. But yeah, it's an amazing shiny. Ah, right, okay, yeah. Awesome, Noah. So that was that Obi-Wan? Obi-Wan Kenobi? Or was that your TikTok name? Yeah, awesome. See, I do remember Noah. Yeah, awesome. Well, thanks very much for joining me on YouTube. Much appreciated. We've got quite a few execute. Yeah, it is definitely, it's a proud collection of mine. Need to make me information bot on this and Discord. I should be a channel's night bot. So yeah, it is a collection that's took me a long time to collect. And obviously the new sets that keep coming out, most of the new sets feature a Gengar in some way, shape or form. Annoyingly, there's been some Gengars released that are promo cards for America, which have the word GameStop written on it, which is a shop in America. And there's some in Australia and Canada which have EB Games on, which again is another game shop in those two countries. Annoyingly, you can't get your hands on those in the UK, but just about to sneeze on, managed to hold it in. But you can actually get your hands on those and ship them over if you know people in those areas that can get your hands on one. So yeah, I am on the lookout for people in those areas who can hopefully get me one of those Gengar promos and send me one over. Of course, I'll pay for it. I'm not going to be sneaky and ask for it on the cheap. But yeah, I'll obviously pay for it. But yeah, so I'm looking for those promo Gengars, which is going to be very difficult. And I mean, the idea is to get those graded when we do get them. That's the idea. But yeah, there are some really difficult ones to get like that, for example, because you do have to sort of, I mean, if you're in America or in Australia or Canada, it's a case of literally going to a shop, spending so much, I think it's like $20, and we give you one of these cards for free. And then a lot of people are putting those Gengar promos online, and they're selling for like 120 quid. Which is ridiculous for something that they've obtained for free. It's crazy. But of course, it's Gengar. Gengar carries a lot of value, so it is what it is at the end of the day, I suppose. I'm hoping that potentially in a few weeks' time, people have had them graded, and I can buy a graded one. Because I know it will be a lot more money, but at least I know it's going to be a decent one. Whereas if you're buying one that's not graded, it's going to be, you know, you don't know what grade it's going to get when it comes over to you. So it's sort of a safer bet, although more expensive bet to buy a graded one. So yeah, what I'll be doing on Wednesday, Noah, is I won't be doing a live stream. I'll be doing a meetup in my local community, but I will be inviting to you on Wednesday. So even though I won't be online, so yeah, you can join the Discord if you're on Discord. There's a link to my Discord group on the YouTube bio, as well as on the TikTok bio, I think. But yeah, so I won't be doing a live stream on Wednesday, but I will be sending raid invites out to those that want them while I'm hosting the raids in my community. Because I'm a community leader, it's a bit hard to go live as well as tell people what to do and what lobbies to be in and stuff like that. But yeah, if you do miss out on Wednesday, then like I say, I will be doing more live streams later on in the week to which you can join. And we'll probably try and head out and do some Kyogres then. What is my local area? So it's like in the middle of England. So I don't know if you're in the middle of England. But yeah, it's in the Midlands. Yeah, it's in the Midlands where I am. Middle of England. But yeah, a lot of people, when we say we're from England, they're normally like miles away from me. We're normally like London way or... Oh, no way, Noah. If you want to, Noah, instead of exchanging personal information... Oh, posh. Yeah, instead of exchanging personal information on YouTube live, if you want to, you can just drop me a message or whatever. Do you live near Lichfield? I've been to Lichfield on a couple of occasions. But no, that isn't my local community, unfortunately. But no, I've been there a couple of times. I've actually walked through it on one of my charity walks I did a couple of years ago, to be fair. It's a nice place, Lichfield is. The cathedral is nice. How do you message me? You can message me on Discord. Dan's a wee farm boy. I don't quite think I'm a wee farm boy. There's quite a few towns and cities in the Midlands. It's not just, you know, farms. But yeah, so you can message me on Discord. If you join the Discord group, you can message me on there. But also you can send me a message on TikTok as well, if that's a preferred route. I don't know if you've got Discord or not. But yeah, you can message me on TikTok as well. But yeah, I don't think I'll be coming down to the Lichfield area anytime soon, unfortunately. But yeah, it's not massive miles. Not massive, what's it away from me? Hey, shiny Murkrow, look at that. Shiny Murkrow. What a cool shiny he is. I've never been Surrey. I've never been to Scotland in my life. It's always a place I've wanted to go, but I've never been. I've always wanted to walk Hadrian's Wall. I know it's not Scotland, but it's probably the closest thing I've planned to walk to Scotland. So yeah, I've always wanted to walk Hadrian's Wall, all the way across Hadrian's Wall. Always wanted to do that, so that might be one of the walks I next do when I start thinking about doing my next charity walk. Huge pour me. Yes, Noah. That's like me being all over the world, never been to England. How good was that shiny, by the way? I just glossed over that. How good was it? Terrible? 2-star. Not too bad. Never had a chance to go. Look in the chat, Dan. Sorry. I say Midlands and people normally reply Birmingham. No. Unfortunately, I can't scroll up on the chat anymore, Noah, so if you've said something beforehand, then you'll just have to repeat it, unfortunately. It only shows me there's so many messages. Yeah, okay. I can message you on TikTok. If that's what you want me to do. But yeah, like I say, I'm not actually near the Lichfield area, so I won't be actually heading down to that, unfortunately. Lichfield is more Birmingham way. Ah, right, okay, you don't have Discord. Okay, no worries. So, Dan, you are Peaky Blinder. No, not quite. Not quite a Peaky Blinder. These tasks around here today are rubbish. Absolute rubbish. Yeah, thanks to everybody who's tuned in from TikTok previously. We might go live on TikTok again tomorrow. Better go hide my money. Wait, what? You've got Pokemon Go and still have money? How's that happened? That's surely not a thing. Anybody who's got this game surely doesn't have money. That's insane. Mimikyu. Oh, we're talking about Pokemon currency. Right, okay, that makes sense. Yeah, I got dust. Do you want to trade that for some dust? Hi, Pokemon Mitch. Yeah, I'm good, thanks, mate. Thanks for joining. Welcome to the stream. Thanks for joining. A rate is a Midlands thing. Yeah, it is a Midlands thing. A rate. Unfortunately, there's no Regidragos about at the moment. I can show you the nearby. Unfortunately, there's no Regidragos about. We have one hatching in around about half an hour's time, but that's the only one at the moment. We've got no Regidragos about at the moment. Yeah, sorry, Mitch. I do apologise, but as you can see, we're not short of raids. Not short of raids by any means. It's just Regidrago isn't really spawning at the moment. Yeah, we did manage to get one shiny Regidrago on the raid hour last week. The special backgrounds of Regidrago is really cool as well. That is awesome. So Regidrago is soloable as well. I don't know how many people have tried it, but it is soloable, as I found out with this exact raid. This was the first time it got released as shiny in Pokemon GO, and I soloed it, and what I ended up getting was a Shundo Regidrago. A Shundo Regidrago, and by far it's my favourite Regi. But that's what I ended up getting from a solo raid, which was absolutely incredible. And at the time I didn't know what the CP for a Hundo was, so I was catching a shiny, not knowing what the Hundo was, and then I praised it, and then I was like, oh my god, oh my god. Losing my shit, quite literally. Shiny Bunnelby, let's go. Yeah, Regidrago is a really cool Regi. It's not my favourite Pokemon, but out of all the Regis, it's definitely my favourite. Whoop whoop! Look at that! We are banging out these shinies. We got another Mimikyu. Danny's on fire tonight, I know. It's mental. It's crazy. Oh, hail shiny Dan. 536 Pikachu, that might be a Hundo. if it's the right level. Because 536 is a CP from a raid. So if this is level 20, we may have a Hundo. Let's see. Is 536 a Hundo Pikachu? Appraise? No. So that just goes to show that the Hundo can be the same CP as a rubbish one. It's completely random in the wild. Hey Caden, thanks for joining. Again, to anybody watching, make sure to hit that subscribe button, turn that notification bell on. Much appreciated. And thanks to all that have joined me from TikTok as well today, where we did an earlier live stream. For anybody watching on YouTube, you can definitely check out my TikTok, Danzo Biggins on TikTok. And we'll probably be going live on TikTok again tomorrow, sort of midday time. So make sure to check that out. Yeah, I'm doing good, Caden. I'm doing very, very good. In fact, managed to get quite a few shinies tonight, which is awesome. So what have we got raid-wise? Again, not very good at the moment. Not very good at all, unfortunately. So we're probably going to save today's free raid pass and do 2 raids tomorrow. Only if that was from a raid. Yeah, exactly. Would have been a lovely Hundo Pikachu. Although we're not short of Hundo Pikachus, to be fair. 4-star and Pika. Yeah, there's quite a few there, aren't there? Quite a few there. So soloed a 1-star, congrats. Yeah, you'll slowly work your way up. You'll be targeting 3 stars to solo next. So we're probably just going to see what's up here before finishing the live stream tonight, because I'm bitterly, bitterly cold. Did my first solo legendaries a few days ago. Was that Regidrago? I'm guessing so. It is quite an easy legendary to solo. And like I say, if we are live tomorrow on TikTok or anything, you'll be able to see me attempt to solo one on there if there's one about. We'll do that as a bit of a feature tomorrow. Legendaries I can solo. Can't remember them all. Yeah, Regidrago, Guzzlord, Moltres. I may keep them. I may keep the ones that I do a solo, so just bear with me. I'll just catch these and then I'll have a quick look. You can solo Moltres without... I know we duo Heatran. Yeah, we can duo Heatran. I think you can solo Heatran in the right weather. I'm not too sure now, actually. No, I think you can. I think you can with Heatran. Let me just have a look, see what I've soloed. Just tip that off. Pheromosa. Yeah, Kartani you can solo. Charizard, obviously from Omega. Regidrago, Moltres, Deoxys, Pheromosa, Sceptile and Blaziken, obviously Megas. Camerupt as a Mega. What else have we got? What else have we got? No, that's it, really. There's definitely a few more, though. There's definitely a few more. So yeah, make sure to go check out the little section in my channel. There's a raid challenges section. There's definitely a few more legendaries that we soloed amongst those. Deoxys defense form is very bulky, yeah, but the attack form is very easy solo. It's got the same defense stat. Yeah, the attack form Deoxys has got the same defense stat as a Caterpie, for anybody who's interested. So yeah, it's not as easy as a Caterpie because of course it's higher CP, but yeah, it's still very easy. So we'll just catch these last few things around here, and then we'll just run down what we've managed to get tonight on this live stream. And like I say, anybody joining in for the first time, make sure to hit that subscribe button, turn that notification bell on, and also go ahead and follow me on TikTok. I'll be live on there tomorrow. But yeah, let's have a look at recent, and we'll go 4-star. We have managed to get a Hundo Mimikyu earlier on today, but no Hundos during the live stream. This was a very, very cool find. Managed to get it just before going, or during the live on TikTok. I don't know when it was. It might have been just before, or might have been during that live. But yeah, very, very cool find, Hundo Mimikyu. I've been hunting for one of those all event, and it must have ended up appearing near my house, which was just bizarre luck. So yeah, very, very cool. Shiny wise, we did manage to get a few shinies tonight on the live stream. 4 in total, I think. Let's just have a look. Shinies. Yes, we got 4 in total. So we started off with Dedenne. Of course, it was Dedenne Spotlight Hour tonight. Spotlight Hours have been back this week, and we'll get another one next week for, tomorrow, should I say, for Joltik. That'll be the last of the Spotlight Hours for a while. It does look like it's going to be only an event-only thing that we're going to bring Spotlight Hours back. But we haven't had any of the bonuses. So we've had the hour where the Pokemon's featured more often. But we haven't had any bonuses to go with them like we used to have with Spotlight Hours, which is a little bit disappointing. But yeah, we're second to Dedenne. We also managed to get a shiny Murkrow, and then we got a shiny Bunnelby on the way back as well. So very, very cool. Yeah, there's a Spotlight Hour tomorrow evening, should I say. Joltik tomorrow, yeah. 6 PM till 7 PM tomorrow. But yeah, that's been the live stream tonight. I appreciate everybody who's tuned in, especially those that have come over from the TikTok previously. Make sure to hit that subscribe button on YouTube, and make sure to go follow me on TikTok if you've only been on YouTube and you haven't yet been on TikTok. Make sure to go find me on TikTok, Danzo Biggins there as well. But I will be live on TikTok tomorrow, around about midday time, just like today, and then I'll probably go live on YouTube tomorrow evening. So a bit of a similar format to today, so make sure to keep an eye out for those. But thanks very much for joining tonight. Hopefully you have a good rest of your Easter Sunday, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye for now.